Hi there, this is Veronica. Today I'll be transforming this laptop table. So I made this table about a year ago, and there's something I want to improve about it. So it's just a very simple constructed table that is just a piece of wood on top and a few 2x2 pieces screwed together. And one of the legs I didn't have other pieces of 2x2, so this one actually has weird cement residues on it, and that's really rough. The pieces weren't screwed together that well, and one of the pieces on the side wasn't really fitting. The bottom of the tabletop that I didn't sand it, so it's kind of rough. You don't see it, but that's basically where your hand will go when grabbing the table, and also where your legs will be, so it was kind of uncomfortable. And there are also many holes on this piece of wood. I'm going to kind of repair this table first. So I have wood filler to fill up all the holes that I'm not going to use, except the screws ones. I'm sanding all those holes down, and also sanding the front part of the table where I'm going to do wood burning. As for the design for this table, I decided to draw a deer. So first I used the pencils to sketch out all the outline and details. And next, moving on the wood burning. So this is just a cheap wood burning tool. And for the outline, I'm using the marker shape tip, and I also have the temperature to go on the highest, but I still find it quite difficult to do. I'm not sure if it's the tool's problem or it's me, or maybe it's the wood. And after drawing the outline for the deer head and also the horns, I also use the tip to add a few texture strokes on the horns. So the longer you leave it on the wood, the darker the color you would get. And so I'm kind of using that feature, give it a bit of the inconsistency in color to give it more of the texture. Next, I use a round tip for all the finer details drawing. And next, I use this diamond shaped stamp to add in more details. And here I'm using this diamond shape with stroke lines on. I'm going to use this tip to add a shading. This whole process took me about 5 hours, and the tool gets really hot, and it was quite difficult to get the wood burning sometimes. I feel like I have to push real hard to get the wood to burn into the color shading I like. But here's the final product. So even though I spent quite a long time to do all this job, I actually want these patterns to be fairly subtle. So I'm going to stain it with some dark oak color. I used some cloth to apply the stain on. So it was a terrible idea to do it indoors. So then I brought it outside and finished all the rest. And I also finished all the 2x2 pieces. And I cut out 2 new ones to replace the one that has the cement residue on. And to vary the screw head down, I'm going to use this tool. So now I have construct all the legs up. I'm going to use wood filling to cover all the screws. And also use the stand to seal where I just sent. Finish all of them, and before assembling the table together, I'm using a clear coat first on the back of the tabletop and also all the leg. Right here, one side of the leg is finished, so I'm going to place the shining side inward and screw them together. Here I have all the screw buried in, and then doing the same thing with filler and sand and stand them, and then spray a clear coat on top. And now the table transformation is done. If you're interested in making the same table as this one, I'll leave the dimension in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I'll be seeing you in the next one.